Hi guys, and welcome to my Avatar Collector's Guide. If you're new to Weiss Schwarz, by the end of this video you should expect to have full knowledge of all of the different types of cards, the different products, what cards came from certain products, as some are locked away in particular products and packs. And lastly, I'll finish on the most expensive Weiss Schwarz Avatar card, which is actually the Katara Regional Champion Trophy card, which can't be obtained from opening any product. So let's get into it. I will start with the booster boxes because that is what most people are going to be opening, because it is the funnest kind of product they're making to open. It is the main booster box, it is the main set. So I'm sure you've all seen it, but what we're going to do, I don't think they list all of the cards here, it's just some of the SP. So let's just start off and we'll go over to TCG Player because it lists all the cards. So just in case you don't know, the first thing is that pull rates are mapped. A case of booster boxes is 18 booster boxes, and we'll start off with what seems to be the chase card of the set, which is the Aang, Master of All Elements, just here. So market price seems to be $1,000 on TCG Player. It is out of stock. I've seen them selling and been up for sale on Facebook at the moment for sort of $750, $800 US. I'm not 100% sure if anyone's actually paid over $1,000 for this card at the moment, but this is an SEC, which is a secret rare, and the pull rate on this seems to be 1 in 3 cases. Now, these pull rates aren't guaranteed, they're not officially given out by Bushiroad, it's just what people have opened and share with the community. So you could get an error case that doesn't have certain pulls in, and technically you couldn't do anything about that because it is not something they officially announced. So both of these set cards, the secret rares, seem to be 1 in 3 cases. Now obviously the Zuko is quite clearly less desirable in terms of price, but artwork as well. I think it's quite obvious why Aang here is carrying it. So after secret rares in the Avatar set, we have SPs, which are hot stamped Avatar card with the logo on, and it's different colors on each card. So we've got SPs, and you get 3 SPs per case of 18 booster boxes, which I think is fairly nice. Normally it's typically with Weiss Schwarz it's 2 per case, so just an extra one there, which is always nice because it just means pull rates are a bit higher, it's a bit more fun to open for some people. And then after that we had an exclusive Avatar rarity added to the set, which was called an Avatar Rare. The code for that was ATR, and again it's the same as the SPs, it was 3 per case, but these ones, as I'm sure you might already be aware, don't have hot stamps, but they are foiled and are textured, they just don't have the logo stamped on them, which is why they seem to be quite a bit cheaper. Now these are all out of stock. I think that's just because I'm set to United Kingdom, so let me just quickly change that and we might get some more accurate prices and information. But this video is mainly about the knowledge and sharing the information rather than the prices. So right, now that we have the prices showing up, so yeah, we've got SEC, which isn't guaranteed per case, it's roughly 1 per 3 cases. We've then got SPs, 3 per case. Avatar rares are next, again 3 per case. So if you open a booster box that's just from a case of 18, 6 of those boxes in that case should either have a pull in it, so you should either have an Avatar rare or an SP. So you've got about a 1 in 3 chance to pull something other than what you would typically get in your booster box anyway. So after that we've got SRs and we've got triple rares. So we've got super rares, let's just click them and we can show you these. I have opened 1 box and I didn't hit anything other than the standard pulls that you will be expected to get in a booster box. So if you don't hit the secret rare, an SP or an Avatar rare, you'd typically expect to at least at a minimum get an SR. They are textured and foiled, so they look really nice, but these cards can be really cheap as you get 1 pretty much in every booster box. And after that we also have triple rares. So in my case, when I opened a booster box, I got 1 SR and I got 1 triple rare. So I didn't get any of those bigger hits, I just got kind of the standard booster box hits. So as you can see, we've got some of these are the trial deck cards. I think if I click triple rare, yeah, No, I clicked trial deck. So that'll be why trial deck cards are showing up. We'll go on to them next shortly. And I've just clicked it again. Sorry about that. So where are triple rares? Do they even have? There they are. They do have them. So yeah, triple rare. Again, these are foiled and textured just like the SRs. But quite commonly, triple rares are sort of horizontal cards. We've got one Katara triple rare there and a Zuko triple rare, which is just the standard vertical format. But yeah, like I said, I opened one box. I missed any of the, you know, higher rarity hits and just got the standard one SR, and I got one triple rare in my box. So hopefully that gives you some information if you're looking to buy some boxes to open, to know that if you get something and you know it's an SP, you know how lucky or unlucky you were if you didn't get it as well. So moving on from that, we've got the trial deck, which is this product here, and obviously it's a deck made to play the game, so it's made to introduce you to playing the game. It's got a very basic deck inside that you can play against people with. Now you can actually get pulls in trial decks. Again, they are mapped as well. So there is an SP that can be pulled only from the trial deck, and something to note is the cards in the trial deck are exclusive to the trial deck. You can't get any of these cards in the booster box set. So for some reason on TCG Player, they don't have the trial deck SP. Let me just double check it's not here. So if we go to SP, oh no, it's showing up now. So they've got the trial deck SP, here it is. And a good way to know if a card has come from a trial deck or the main set is the code on the card. So you'll notice that there is a T after the hyphen. I don't know if I can zoom into this very well, but I'll try. It is not working. I can't open this image up either, but there will be a T. I mean, this is the code for the card, and that is in the bottom left corner there. So you can also see it here on TCG Player. It's got a T after that, but the rest just have numbers. So that means it is a card obtained only from the trial deck. I do have a picture of this card because I didn't think that they had it. And as you can see, it is also textured foiled, and it has the hot stamp of the nation emblems on it, the same that the secret rare does in the booster box set. So really, really nice card. Really nice to see that. So you can only get that if you open trial decks. Now, they're not as fun to open. It will just randomly be inserted at some point in the deck, so you do have to just flick through it. You also get two SR shiny cards. They're normally one at the front and then the next one's behind it. They typically aren't textured though, even though they are SRs. They're just foiled. But yeah, you have to open these and filter through them. And typically the pull rate is 2 SPs per case of 48 trial decks. There will also be some triple rares. So you'll normally either get 6 or 8 triple rares per case of 48 trial decks as well. And if we just quickly head back to TCG Player, you probably will be able to see these triple rares. I think there was only about 2 or 3 of the trial deck triple rares. So it actually was these 2 that I mentioned earlier, as you can tell by the T in the name code of the card. Was there any other ones or the rest? Yeah, and we've got this one here as it has the T after. So I think it was just those 3 that you could also get from the trial deck. The rest of these triple rares come from the main booster box set. So sometimes the trial deck cards go for a lot of money because more people are opening the booster box. I think in this case, the Avatar Aang Sec card still looks a lot nicer than this card. So I think the main chase card is going to stay as that Aang in his avatar mode with all the elements going around him in the background. So that is the second product they released. Now they released a third product, which is the supply set, which is this awesome product here with the little cabbage man on him. Really, really cool design. And basically what it says exactly here, what you get in the product, you got 5 booster packs, you got some sleeves and a deck box basically. So kind of this isn't a unique product to Avatar. They do occasionally release these supply sets for other series as well, just not every single one. So it was nice to see this. Unfortunately, I didn't get my hands on any, but the booster packs in this are obviously the booster packs from the main set. Now, they did also introduced some promo cards. So you also got a promo pack with this product, which they didn't put on this image, but they did put some information down here. So you got a special PR pack, and PR just stands for promo in Weiss Schwarz, and you got 1 of 5 exclusive designs. So the next thing we should talk about are the promos. So in a booster box, you get a box topper, and those box toppers are these PR promo cards here. So you got all these chibi cards of the cast, really nice. I love it when they do a box topper and they're these chibi designs, really cool. So these cards are obtained from the booster box as the box toppers, but they also did foil versions of these cards, which are more expensive because obviously they're foiled and look really nice. Normally they've got foiling and texture. I'd imagine that is the case on these ones as well. So these foil versions of the cards can only be obtained from, where's it gone? From the PR pack that you get in the supply set. That's the only way to get these foil versions of those chibi cards. So if you're looking for them, bear that in mind. Maybe you can pick up some supply sets, or maybe it's easier just to buy them on the second-hand market. Now there's some more promos as well, so we just need to go over some of them. They are just kind of in a random order. I don't know if I can sort these in a better order that makes it easier to present. So we have a promo here, which is really nice. This actually came out before the set was even released. So you got this card from attending the Bushiroad Championship Series World Finals that were held in 2023. So the event was a 2022 event. So to obviously sum it all up, the World Final for that whole series was then held at the start of 2023. And this promo was given to everyone who entered that World Finals venue. So you didn't just have to compete in the World Finals, you just had to be attending the World Finals that were held. So that came out quite a few months back now, back in sort of January, February, when the World Finals were held. So that was actually the first Avatar card that surfaced, and as you can see, I do have a copy of this card, and it does look really nice. So if you're interested in that one, that is where that card is obtained. And yeah, seems to be, I mean, it's listed at $85, but the market price seems to be $26, which seems about right as what I paid even back then. So you'll notice there's some other PR cards here that I haven't mentioned. We've got some foil cards here for Toph, for Ira, for Katara. Now these cards are from, if I've got the tab open still, the booster box tournament store assist PR packs. So what are tournament store assist PR packs? Basically, if you buy a booster box from a local game store who holds Weiss Schwarz official tournaments, then they are given special PR packs that when you buy a booster box, you're supposed to be entitled to one of those PR packs. It helps obviously the local game stores who support the TCG. It helps people, you know, buy from them because you get this extra pack and you get this extra nice foil card if you buy a booster box. So it just incentivizes that. So obviously it helps attract customers to buy from the local game store that support the TCG as much as possible. So in those packs, you get 2 cards. There are non-foil versions, and then there are foil versions of these 5 cards. So that's where those promos can be obtained from. So next up, we have this card here, which has literally just been announced how it can be obtained, and that is at the Bushiroad Championship Series 2023. And under Shop Challenge, if you go to prizes, you can see that this Ang card is given to all participants in the Shop Challenge. Now, there will probably be a lot of copies of this card. It will be cheap. The Shop Challenge is generally held at sort of local game stores, as far as I'm aware, before sort of the regionals happen, and then obviously eventually Worlds happen. So that card will come up for sale when these events start happening later in the year, but I'd expect it to be fairly cheap. Now there is another one, which is this Zuko card. I believe they did post about these 2 cards either on Facebook, Instagram. I can't seem to find the post, but I'd imagine Zuko again is going to be another card that's sort of a giveaway at tournaments and events later on in the year. So until that gets announced we won't know that. But as soon as more information comes out about Zuko, I will put it in the comments and obviously pin that. So if you come back and watch this video, or you're watching it at a later date, that information is already out, so you can just check that in the comments below. Now lastly, there are 3 very exclusive promos left, and we have 2 judge cards, right? So I think the next one is on this page, which is the TOF card, but let's head on over to their official announcement. So Bushiroad, Weiss Schwarz announced these 2 hot stamped official judge cards, where judges who obviously judge at the event, they can earn points and redeem those points for these cards. So they've put a link to it. It's on their Twitter, it's on their Facebook if you want to go and find out more information about that. But as you can see here, these aren't out until September, so these won't be able to be redeemed and be available till September. So obviously if you want to look to get these, just post in the Facebook group or Discord around September time, and you might be able to pick these up. Potentially one of these will be foiled, which means it could be very expensive, as I know the points that the judges have to spend will be a lot more for the foiled version of the card. At the moment, we don't know which one that is. So until September, we won't know, but that is how these cards will be given out. And lastly, the most expensive card in the Avatar set, which is the Katara Regional Champion Trophy card. This can only be obtained by players who won their Spring Fest 2023 Regional Championship, which was held in many countries across the world. Now, these events were held in teams of 3, so at each regional championship, 3 of these were awarded to the top players. Now, you can work out exactly how many were given out if you head over to locations. You can count all the locations that held the Weiss Schwarz events for Spring Fest, so just open these up and count. I've already done this. Basically, there are 18 events and obviously 3 given out. At each event, you have a total of 54 copies of these Katara cards. I've got a screenshot of the actual card here because it does look very different compared to the flat images on the Bushiroad website. And as you can see, it is stamped with Springfest 2023 Regional Champion. So that is the most expensive card right now in the Avatar set. Roughly the market price for this card is around $1,500 US. A lot of people generally start the asking price at around $2,000 US. And as of now, all of the Springfest events have happened. I think there are a few copies of this still available for sale on the Facebook group and the Discords, but most of these have already been bought and exchanged and into either collectors' hands, or people have decided to keep them for themselves. So that is literally all of the Avatar cards for Weiss Schwarz. I hope that information was really useful. If it was, please consider hitting like on the video. It will help push this video to other people that might be looking for similar content. If you have any questions, if there's anything you're unsure about or I may have missed and you're not too sure, just let me know in the comments. I will be happy to reply and help as much as possible. As always, thank you very much for watching. Please consider hitting subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.